morning. Welcome. I am so glad to be here today, and I think you're going to enjoy the activities that we're going to do today and really learn something. My name is Charlene Love, and today we're going to talk about BEEP and the activities that you do with BEEP on your campus. Now, all of you represent your college or university, and all of you manage BEEP, correct? And all of you have been doing it for at least 5 years or so. Okay. So, is it fair to say that you do more than just this 1 week BEEP activity on your campus? You have other job responsibilities? And so after about 5 or 6 years, maybe it kind of starts to creep up on you. And you turn the calendar, it's the first of the month, and you say, oh my gosh, I got BEEPers coming in about 3 weeks. What am I going to do? You may open that folder in your computer or pull that file down from the shelf and say, I did this last year, I didn't get any complaints, so I guess I'll do it again. Kind of feel like you're getting in a rut? You'd like to have some new and different ideas? Well, guess what we're going to do today? When you leave here today, you're going to have a new toolkit, a new file, a new folder that is stock full of successful activities that you can pull from. And they're going to be successful because you're going to be sharing them. All the ones that were successful for you, we're going to share them today so that when you leave here, you're going to have a full set of successful stories. After lunch, we're going to talk about some of the challenges because I'm willing to bet that some of you have some great ideas and haven't been able to really pull them off. Well, you've got a great audience to help us think through what would be good ways for you to execute that activity that you really wanted to do but couldn't figure out how to do it, or you did do it and maybe it didn't work so well. Sound like a plan? Yeah. You like it? Okay. Well, I know that some of you know each other, but maybe all of us don't know each other, so I want to do a quick exercise. I hope that you love my map of the United States. To give you a reference, this is the Mississippi, okay? This is the Mason-Dixon line extended. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves. I'd like your name, the name of your school, and the city and state where your school resides. And when I put a markup on the map, tell me if you're going to be in Zone 1 or 2 or Zone 3 or 4. Make sense? Okay. So, Gary?
North of the 49th parallel, I'm in Zone 5.
All righty then. Kathleen?
Kathleen Harris, University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I am in Zone 1.
Zone 1. Okay.
Judy Schmidt from Spelman in Atlanta, and I'm in Zone 2.
Right. Okay. Brian?
Brian Miller from the Ohio State University.
1? Zone 1?
Zone 1, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Kathleen?
Kathleen O'Wiegand, University of New Mexico, Albuquerque, Zone 4.
Okay. Valia?
Delia Horowitz, San Luis Obispo, California. That's Cal Poly. What we call our town is Slow Town.
So what zone should I put you? 4? Okay.
Katie Kern, BUSC, University of South Carolina.
All right.
And I'm Dottie Posto, and I am in Zone 1 as well at Cardinal Church University in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Okay. Kathleen, did I get you?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And then I've gotten all the others, and so you see where you are in what zone and where you are on the map. Now, what does this tell you? So, Brian, what zone were you in? Where were you? I'm sorry?
Zone 1.
Zone 1, that's right. And so maybe I'm in Zone 1 too. And through the course of the day, I've learned that Brian has executed an activity that really piques my attention. And I think, you know, Brian's kind of close to me. He's up here where I am. Maybe I'll call Brian and say, Brian, when are you going to do that activity? Can I come and visit? So this just gives you a proximity of where some of the folks are. If they're close to you, you might want to consider doing a visit so you can observe their activity. If not, we are all no more than a phone call away. Right? Okay. Let's get to those success stories. And I know you guys have got a lot of success stories that you want to share and you want to talk about. And we're going to give you an opportunity to do that. So what we're going to do is break into 4 groups. So you're in your 4 groups right now. I'm going to suggest 4 things, and then we'll move forward. First is I would like for everyone in your individual groups to share one success story with your team. That's the first thing. As a team, after everyone shares their story, I want you to, as a team, decide which one story you're going to share with the whole group. Okay? Now, while you're doing that, in your group, you're going to have a recorder. That recorder is actually going to list all of the success stories for your team, and then they'll turn that in, and I'll have them typed up and emailed you tomorrow. So anything you don't hear today, you will have a copy of for your toolkit by close of business tomorrow. And then 4, we're going to have a spokesperson to share that one activity that your team has agreed you want to share with the group. So everybody's going to share one story. As a group, you're going to decide which one story you're going to share with the entire group. You will have a recorder that's going to list them all. And for each group, your recorder will be the person whose name is alphabetically last. Their first name is alphabetically last in your group. And for your spokesperson, it will be the person who is alphabetically first in your group. Are we clear so far? Anybody have any questions so far? Now, for some of you, I know you've got just a ton of success stories that you want to share. So how do you pick which one? So let's imagine, Brian, you're sitting at your desk and you're just buried in paperwork as you usually are, and your phone rings and you don't even look at the phone. You don't look at the caller ID, you just answer. And the person on the other end is so excited that you don't even recognize who that is. And so you look at your caller ID, and it's the president of your university. He's called you direct. He is so excited he can't stand it. Why is he excited? He just got a phone call from the producers of 60 Minutes. They want to do a special about your university and all the wonderful things that you do. Your president has decided that one of the things he wants to share is an activity that you do as part of Beep Week. So think about what activity that's going to be that you're going to ask your president to share with the 50 million people who watch 60 Minutes every Sunday night. So think about that one. Share that one with your team. Your team come up with a suggestion that we can all hear, and then we will list them on the board. Does anybody have any questions? We're all good? You have 5 minutes. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. 5 minutes up. Is everybody ready to share? Okay, so team 1, or the red team over there, what is the one activity that you would like to share with the group?
Hold a night session.
Hold a night session. Can you tell me some more about that?
Yeah, the night students are always forgotten, and they are thrilled when somebody remembers them and includes them in everything they do.
Great. Did anybody else talk about having night sessions for your night students? Okay. Anything else that you would like to add to this?
Yeah, I think it needs to have social aspect and also some content.
Okay, so social
People like both.
and content. Now, one other thing I'd like to ask you is, what zone did that suggestion come from?
Zone 1.
Okay. Does anybody else, and Dahlia, what zone are you in?
I'm in zone 4.
Okay. So just know if you ever have any questions about doing sessions with your night students, look for schools that are in zone 1 or 4 that maybe will give you some additional help. Okay, team 2.
I was flattered they chose to report out on my activity, which was a barbecue at our president's house.
Wow.
Of course, Spelman is a women's college, but our president is a woman, but we also are very closely connected to Morehouse, so we were able to invite a lot of executives. There's a lot of celebrities in Atlanta, a lot of athletes in Atlanta, and give the kids an opportunity to interact with those folks in a more comfortable social environment.
That's exciting. Did anybody else have anything like that? Yes.
What you said, I'm from Alabama State University. think that it's very important to have social gatherings with the faculty as well as the students. So what else do you think?
Anything else we'd like to share about the barbecue? Okay, number 3. Oh, I'm sorry. And you're in zone 2.
Zone 2.
And Alabama's in zone 2 also. Okay.
We could have a barbecue together.
So that might be a southern thing, but that's okay. The northern schools can think of something similar to do. Just use your imagination. So third table.
Okay. What we decided that we would share with the group was to hold a general assembly with all of the seniors in the college and all the beepers, and have each beeper give a 2-minute introduction, and then the students can just, what they did was the students just fired questions. They just were able to ask anything and everything of these executives to get more information.
So how do you think the beepers felt? How did the beepers feel about that?
The beepers felt very engaged. They felt, a little proud of what they did. They were able to really help and support people. They were able to really help the seniors to open their minds up to a wider possibilities of what could be done with their careers.
Great. Anybody else have any other thoughts about an assembly? Has anybody else done that, or anything else we'd like to add? Yes,
We did
Kathleen.
a general assembly as well, and we also had a networking piece. So
Okay.
we had the opportunity to exchange contact information,
Okay.
and they found that very helpful.
Dottie, what zone are you in? Okay, and Kathleen?
4.
Okay, great. And my last group over there.
What we did is we held mock interviews
Okay.
with the beepers. We thought that was very helpful. And it allowed the students to practice their elevator speech and also practice their interviewing skills.
Has anybody else done something similar to that? Yes.
Yeah, we did something very similar, and in fact, afterwards, after they received some of that feedback, we actually had a job fair.
Oh, okay. I'll put that on there. Okay, there, job.
Oh, I want to add my zone.
What zone are you in?
1, Indiana State University.
All right. And what zone are you in? Okay, you're in zone 2. Wonderful. Well, this begins your toolkit. As I said, you'll get a list of everybody's suggestions and ideas by close of business tomorrow. But your toolkit is well on the way of having some things that you hadn't thought about before. Think about where some of your colleagues are located. Call them, visit them. I think this will help you out quite a bit. We're going to break for lunch, and then this afternoon we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some of those challenges and hopefully help you through thinking through the challenges of some of the activities, some of the ideas that you may have you can't figure